the short meadow. It has been really cold here the last few days, and so I decided to pause my outside work and really focus on planting seeds in my seed trays. Planting seeds is a very inexpensive way to get lots of flowers. A plant with its root already established can cost anywhere between $15 and $20 usually. Seeds, on the other hand, I can buy a packet of seeds, 25, 50, 100 or so, for $3.50 to $5 a packet. And have the potential to have a lot more plants out of that. The downside, of course, is that it takes anywhere from 2 to 3 years really for perennial seeds to get established and to thrive. It is up to you what you think is best. I have a tendency to use a little bit of combination of both, but it really comes down to time and resources. How much time do you have, and how much resources, especially financial, do you have? And if you are a little bit tight on your finances, far better to go with seeds and wait a couple years than to put in hundreds or even thousands of dollars worth of plants, hoping that you'll be able to pay for those in a timely manner. So I have hedged my bets here a little bit. Obviously I have a combination of both in this garden, but for right now in my prairie matrix that I've been doing, and you'll see that video probably in another week. The editing of it has really taken some time. But in that video, what I've been focused on is making sure that I have the seeds planted in the ground in the proper place, and a good mixture of the seeds. And those are all perennial right now that I've put in there. Now it will take 2 to 3 years for them to establish. So what I'm also going to be doing here once it warms up a little bit more is finding spaces in that grid where I can plant annuals, which should come up this coming spring and bloom this coming spring. And that will give me the opportunity to have flowers next year as well as the following 2 years. So what I have done, as you have seen in the opening segment, is I took my cold frame and I cleaned it up. I wanted to make sure that all the dirt was off of it so that what little sun we will get in the next few months can shine through onto the plants. But I have these wonderful little seed trays that I'm going to be planting. And all I'm doing today is taking the time to plant the seeds. So, this is blue wild indigo, also called Baptisia australis. It's a wonderful blue plant. It gets to about 4 feet tall. Frankly, it's a little bit blue-purple, and there's very few plants that are actually blue, and particularly in the wild. So this one's blue-purple, but beautiful. And it blooms sometime May, June, maybe April, May, June. So it's a good plant to have in the mix for those spring, early summer times. So all I'm going to do today is carefully plant some seeds. Now what I've been doing is poking a couple little holes in each pod as I go along. So I have 2 in that segment, and I am dropping a seed in each one. That way I hopefully will have at least one of these seeds, at least one, germinate in each section so that I get a good start. The seeds do not need to go in deep. As you can see by these seeds, they are not big seeds. And so really what I try to do is just push them in so that the dirt on top of them is about as thick as the seed. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm not going to be watering these heavily because it's certainly not something that I want to do in the wintertime. I will instead, after I'm done planting them, I will mist them and then put them in the cold frame and really won't start watering until spring comes around. I may mist them if it gets really warm, but I'm certainly not going to water them every day, which is also why I have these biodegradable seed trays, is because I'm going to be able to hopefully use them and they will be good through the spring and then will be able to be used in my compost heap. Planting seeds is really a sign of faith. When I think of what we do, particularly for perennials, I've been planting annuals through seed method for several years, and when I put them in the fall, which is the time that you should do that, there's a great hope and expectation, looking forward to the coming year. And then the new year comes, January, February, and March, and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and I get to the point where, oh, nothing is ever going to bloom, and nothing's ever going to come up out of the ground. And I wait a little bit more, and I wait till I feel like there's no more possible moment for these seeds to sprout. And then they come forth. And eventually, given their appropriate bloom time, we see the blooms, and it's magnificent. Right now, I am very excited to be planting these. But because they're perennials, as you know, it's going to take a few years for me to see the fruits of my labor. And so once again, this is an act of faith, of hope, that what I plant today will eventually come and flourish in my garden. I've got an extra one, I'll just put it right there. Okay, so there is the seed tray planted, ready to go. I'm now going to just spray this to get a little bit of water on it. Again, I don't want to spray, I don't want to soak the whole tray. I don't want the ground to be soggy at all because it is fall and winter. I just want the seed to be a little bit moist, so when I take it outside, I will be able to put it in the cold frame, and it can start its cycle of life. And like I said, in a few years, we'll have some beautiful wild blue indigos. I do a couple things when I'm labeling them. It is important to label them. I write indigo These are small tabs, so I just put indigo on there since these are the only type of indigo that I have. And then I also just for me, I have my own little abbreviation system. On the outside of the seed tray, I write WBI, wild blue indigo. And that's ready to go out into the cold frame. So let me show you. Okay, so that is the first packet of about 29 different kinds of flower packets. So I'm going to keep on working to plant these seed trays. The process will be the same regardless of the seed. Put a little divot in so that the seed is buried with about as much dirt on it. The thickness of the dirt is the thickness of the seed. Give them a little watering, tag them, and then bring them out here and line them up. And hopefully, without too long of a wait, we will begin to see some signs of at least sprouting this spring or early summer. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll look forward to seeing you the next time at Short Meadow.